Assalamualaikum and greetings. I be our lecturer and Rouzil Armiza Binti Shamsir. Today we are going to present our task 2 projects called PronouncePal. I'm Nur Muhaini Binti Amir Hamzah.
I am Shnegaa Shanmugam.
And I am Nur Auni Binti Mohd Ezani.
Without further ado, let's move on to the next slide. Our product called PronouncePal is an mobile phone app that provides a platform for young learners to learn phonetics and speak English words with correct pronunciation. We strive to teach them phonetics and to speak English words with the help of our app. By using the technology that is available today, our app hopes to provide targeted feedback for the learners. And to add things more better, it is a user-friendly app that is accessible anytime and anywhere. If you're interested in our app, you can scan the QR code to download the file, to download the app itself. So it will come as an APK file. You can download it. So here's our process of creating our product. I'm going to show you a screen of what the website that we are using. It is called MIT App Inventor. As you can see here, this is the layout that we've seen the phone itself, how the product is displayed in a real phone. It may looks very simple, but in reality for us, we struggle a lot because every single thing is coded from scratch, from nothing at all. We have to create the product using so many buttons, so many things that we need to consider about. We are the actual creators of this product. It is very painstakingly painful for us, but at the end of the day, we are very happy with what we are able to achieve. Next, moving on to the next slide.
Okay, thank you, Muhaini, for the brief explanation on our flow on how we produce the product. So now I'm going to explain about our objective. So the first objective that we have outlined here is to improve people's speaking skills, and then we are going to aid people's in pronouncing English words correctly. It is teachers' job of teaching phonetics, and then we can enhance. The objective is to enhance the effectiveness of teaching and learning process by using digital technologies, and also to follow the trend of latest educational landscape, which emphasize the use of technology. So basically, in here we are trying to integrate technology, which is the use of app in the learning of in language learning, specifically speaking skills, which is we want learners to be able to speak and pronounce English words with correct pronunciation. Okay, next slide.
Okay, thank you, Auni. So now let me continue with the overview feature of our app. So this app consists of 3 main segments. The first segment is called Speak with Capybara. In this segment, the pupils can learn to pronounce animal names correctly. And then the second part will be Phonic Dictionary, where there will be a set of animal dictionary with phonetic transcription and pronunciation provided. And the last part is the phonics quiz, where it teaches phonemic awareness with quiz and game. Okay, now let's move on to the first part. First part is the first segment of this app is called Speak with Capybara. Okay, so this is how it looks, as we can see on the right hand side. This is how the screen will look like when they open this screen. Okay. Okay, so now let me explain about the features that I've included in my page. First of all, I've included these two buttons there where it helps the pupils to navigate throughout this app. They can either choose to return to home screen or next page. Okay, so they just click it. It aids the users in moving within the apps, and users are aware of where to go next. They won't be like, hey, where should I go now? Where should I go now? They won't be lost. So they will be aware that what they should do now. That is the purpose of navigation button. We don't want our students to lost in the apps, right? Because they are exploring it new. So these buttons will be a guide for them to explore my page. And then secondly, as you can see, there are many interactive pictures included in these pages. This is because this app is intended for created for year 1 and year 2 students. So obviously they love to look at pictures. They get attracted when there are pictures used in the classroom. So this picture can both entertain the pupils and also provide them with the information. For example, the name of the animals at the same time. So this create more engaging experience for the users. Okay. So moving on is the instruction in app. If you see closely, there is actually line of instruction above all the segment. There is actually 4 segments in this page where first they click on the picture, second they listen to themselves, third they listen to the model answer, and then fourthly they assess themselves. So each part is provided with instruction. So the pupils are aware of what they are required to do here. Okay, it helps them to, we all know instruction help us to do things right? So it's just like teacher giving instruction in the classroom. Here we are giving instruction in words. So it's put above the part so that the pupils read the instruction before attempting it. So consequently, the pupils won't be lost in the app because they know. For example, click on the picture, click on each picture, say their names. So they know what to do. They click on the cat and then say out their names, because after they clicking, there will be a mic appearing. So they just need to like say out the name. And then the name will appear at the second, the green box. As you can see, it's first picture, right? The first picture will change to cat when you say cat. And then they can compare their answer below with the box. They click cat and then it will say the correct way of pronouncing cat. And then lastly, they check their answer and tick the checkbox. Moving on. Okay, this is what I mentioned just now. Click on the picture and then the microphone will come out. As you can see at here, when you click on the cat, when you click on the cow, the microphone will come out. And then when you say cow, and then it will detect your voice, because I included speech recognizer through coding in these pictures. Okay, so like how Muhaini mentioned just now, it might look like just a page, but then behind this, we have did a lot of coding actually to make this speech recognizer to work properly. We have did a lot of coding. We have watched a lot of videos, so it was a difficult job. So by clicking on the pictures, the microphone will appear, the pupils can record their voice, and then the recorded voice will be, the recorded name will be appearing on the green box. Okay, next is the audio boxes. Audio boxes here means like if you click on the boxes, it will make sound. So that is what I mean by audio boxes, okay? So for the first one, the first green color box, I believe it's green. If you click on that green color box, you will hear the user will hear their own voices of pronouncing the name of the animals. While the second one, blue color boxes, that is the model answer provided by me. Like if they click on that blue boxes, they know the exact correct way to pronounce the words. So the purpose of these two audio boxes is that the pupils can compare their answers with the model answers provided by the creators. Okay, so they can listen and learn themselves. Like I'm not there teaching them, but the voice note is there. They can click that and learn by themselves. So there is self-learning applied in this app. And then lastly is the check boxes. As I mentioned just now, this is to This is to promote self-assessment or peer assessment if you're doing it with your peer. So you don't need a teacher to assess you. You assess yourself. The pupils, like, they already recorded themselves, right? They listen to their audio and then they listen to my audio and then they compare. Cow. Am I saying the cow correctly? If I say it correctly, you tick the box cow. If you didn't say it correctly, then you don't need to tick. So at the end of the page, the pupils will be acknowledged of their understanding toward the animal's name and whether they can pronounce the names correctly or not. So that is the purpose of the checkbox, self-assessment. Okay, so that's all for my part. Moving on.
Okay, thank you, Shnegaa, for the explanation on the first part of our app, which is Speak with Capybara. Now I'm going to proceed with the second part, which is Phonic-Tionary. Okay, so this is the overview of the Phonic-Tionary. Okay, next slide. Okay, so first of all, what is Phonic-Tionary? So in here, Phonic-Tionary is a set of animals dictionary with phonetics, transcription, and pronunciation. It consists of pictures, as you can see in the overview. Here there are pictures of animals and also the spelling for each animal and phonetic transcription behind this below the spelling for each animals. And for each picture, when you click on the picture, an audio of the correct pronunciation of the words will be produced. So you can users will be able to listen to correct pronunciation and then try it on their own based on the spelling and also the given phonetic transcription. So it helps users to learn a variety of animals by referring to the pictures and spellings and also practice correct pronunciations of the words by the phonetics transcription and audios. Okay, next slides. Alright, so in Phonic-Tionary, there are 6 components altogether. The first one is the pictures. Here, as you can see earlier, there are pictures of 25 animals altogether. And then under each pictures, there is a spelling of the word. So learners will get familiar with what animal it is in the picture. And then under the spelling, there is phonetic transcription, which is to guide learners how to pronounce word correctly. And then there is an audio for each word. So this audio is not visible in the app, but when you click on the picture, the audio will be can be heard, and the learners can copy or imitate the way the word is pronounced. So they will get the correct pronunciation for each word. And then lastly, we have a next page button, which is the button that when we press, it can redirect us to the next page, which is the phonic quiz, or and also the home button, which is the button that will redirect users to home page if they want to go back to home page. Okay, next slide. Okay, so these are the components. Okay, as I've mentioned, there are 6 components. So as you can see, there are pictures. Okay, for example, it shows pictures of cat, dog, fish, bird, zebra, monkey, crocodile, and many more. And then under each pictures, there are spelling. Okay, for example, the spelling of cat, C-A-T, cat. And then for each spelling, we also provide a phonetic transcription for learners' reference so that they can refer to the correct transcription, phonetic transcription for each word. And then we have audio. It's invisible in the app, but it will be produced when once you click any one of the pictures. So for example, when you click cat, the correct pronunciation of cat will be produced. So it will come out like cat. And then when you pronounce dog, it will come out dog. So it will show you how it will show you the correct way to pronounce the word. Okay, and then we have next page button, and then also home page button, as I have explained before. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is the overview of the Phonic-Tionary. Okay, play the video.
Cat, dog, fish, bird, rabbit, butterfly, spider, whale, polar bear, monkey,
Okay, so that's how it looks like. Okay, so as you can see, when you press on each picture, okay, it will an audio of the correct pronunciation of each word will be produced. So that's how you can use phonic dictionary. So it can help learners to know the correct pronunciation of each word. So in this case, we provide vocabularies for animals, and then maybe in the future we can develop it with more other categories like things or places or vehicles or anything. Okay, that's all from for my part. Let's proceed to the third part.
Muhaini, can you turn on your mic? Sorry.
Sorry, I was so excited. Now let me present my part titled Phonics Quiz. As you can see, quiz itself is about the phonics. So we want to teach them awareness about the phonics because this is for year 1 and year 2. So we are not going to push them too much or giving them too much content to think about. So the idea here is to increase phonemic awareness through fun and engaging activity. So at first we have the main page here, the start button, and I also included a music at the background so that they can listen to and maybe stop the music if they think that it is disrupting them. Next. Here is the layout for the quiz itself. Of course, we're not going to test them before if they are not prepared. So I've prepared simple notes for them. So to understand the sound, they are not able to understand what it is without some guidance and help. So I provide the sound itself, the audio, and then the words in boxes. So they click the button and then the voice will say out loud the words itself. So they will play around, click the button, and then find what's the difference between the two sounds there, the voiced and the voiceless. After that comes the quiz section. So basically they have to tick the correct answer, and then at the end they submit their answers. They will get their results. Moving on to the next one, and then this part is very fun for me. It's kind of interesting, but at the same time it's very struggling my mind mentally and physically because it's difficult to code this thing itself. My idea is that they have to move the ball around as because it's a game where they need to tilt their phone like an old school game where they need to move the ball to the end point. So that's how it is in their phones. So they tilt around their mobile phones until the ball gets to the end. So my idea here is that I want them to see the symbols and connect it to the words it represents. That's all. Next.
Okay, so now we proceed with the promotion of our product. So in here we promote our product in two medias. The first one is promotional poster. So this poster we have shared on two platforms, which is Instagram and Facebook. And then other than the poster, we also shared a promotional video, which also serve as the tutorial video. It's the same video that we use to provide manual for the user.
Hello everyone!
Let's
So
hear
today
that
we would like to
what
show
to
you
do.
how to download our PronouncePal app, what are the features of the app, and also how can we use the app. So first let's go to QR code scanner. Okay, and then we scan the QR code for download. Okay, so there is a link there, so we open it in our browser. So it redirects you to a website. And now don't worry about the questions because the app comes from us. We made it from scratch, so we guarantee that it is safe for you to use. Okay, so download. Okay, it's downloaded. So let's open it again. Okay, so now Okay, if you have any settings in your phone, okay, allow it, right? Okay, install. Okay. Alright, now we open the app. Yeah. Okay, so here is our app. Ta-da!
Yes, so this is the first page of our app. As you can see below the welcome to our app, you can see click on the PronouncePal to get to know more about our apps. So we click that. So we click on the capybaras one by one.
Enjoy.
Or to be precise, certain names of the animal in English correctly. For the first part, the pupils are required to click on the images and then say it out, that word. Okay, let me show. Compare your answer with the correct answer. So you click bird.
Bird.
Okay, so these are like
Lion. So it sounds the
some
same.
parts
So
of it.
Try with another animal button or also go to the next page. Some quick notes. So for
Minutes long. If you can watch it later, I'm gonna provide a QR code for you to watch the promotional video. Okay, and it's also available on Instagram and Facebook. Okay, next slide. Okay, so where do we promote PronouncePal? Okay, as I've mentioned, we have promoted the PronouncePal on Facebook and also Instagram because these two platforms has like a large community and it can reach to language learners. It's where language learners use to also to learn to gain knowledge. So these two platforms can help us to promote this product. Okay, next slide. Okay, so these are some of the feedbacks. Okay, in these three pictures, it comes from Facebook. So overall, we receive a positive feedback from the users and also the viewers of our promotional media. Yes, but we also like received one suggestion for improvement, which is one of the users suggested that we can put more content in the video. Okay, as I've mentioned earlier, also I agree. We can make it more. We can create more variations, like produce more sets of vocabulary other than animals only. So, okay, next slide. Okay, and then okay, the first two is from Instagram. Okay, there are a lot of positive feedback as well, and also suggestions for improvement, such as we can make it more like two ways communication. Okay, we can encourage engagement between users, and also the same one as there is limited content on our part, so we can improve on that. And then also one of the feedback from a former English teacher. Okay, he has tried the app and he agrees that the app is good and useful and also can be helpful for learners to use for learning. Okay, next slide. All right.
In relation to the trialogical learning model, our product wants to relate to the model itself. So first we have the learner with the product. Our app interacts directly with the individual learner. It provides pronunciation exercises and assessment to help the learners identify and practice specific pronunciation challenges. And by the feedback, they can track their progress and adapt, improve, find the gap and fill the gap that they have. Next, the learner with learner. Our app fosters a sense of community by connecting learners with other learners using this app together. Learners have the opportunity to engage in dialogical learning where they practice pronunciation together and exchange tips. And lastly, it enhances their motivation as learners share their challenges and successes, creating a supportive learning environment. And lastly, we have the learner with the community, serve as a bridge between the product and the broader learning community. The community may consist of instructors, language experts, or external resources that we think that we are going to add in the next improvement that we are going to do. And this product hopes to engage the pronunciation experts, native speakers or native like speakers within the learning community for advanced guidance and insights.
Okay, so now before we end our presentation, I would like to talk about the app evaluation, our app's evaluation. So for this, we have applied the SWOT to explain. So first of all is the strength. The strength of our app is obviously variation of elements like pictures, audio, transcription, and self-assessment. Those all we already mentioned just now, right? So there are many features provided in this app. It's user-friendly and easily accessible, and it's also free to access. So I believe those are the strength of the apps, of these apps. So move on to the weakness. One weakness is that it got limited content and lack of two-way communication, just like how people commented in our post. They were saying like if there is two-way communication in this app, like made something like chatbot, so that the user can actually contact us, the creator, so there can be a question and answer session. It will be more effective, more two-way. Like right now it's just one way, right? They answer only. They are not contacting us. So if we make it two-way, that is a logical solution that we can make to our apps in the future. Like if we make it two-way, we can prepare a chatbot, and then the pupils can put their inquiries there, and then when we get the inquiries, we will answer that, and then they can see that. So it's kind of engaging. That will be a better. So those comments was really helpful. And then moving on to the opportunity, more variation of the games and self-assessment element. So that is the opportunity. And then for the threats is that when not connected to the internet, no new resources will be available unless updated. So this is the threats of this app. So obviously this app need a very strong connection. Like you can't even use data. If you use data, it won't work like speedily. It won't work effectively, I would say. So it need to be connected to Wi-Fi, and then yeah. So that might be a threat for this app. So I think that's all from us. Do you all have anything to add, Muhaini and Auni?
I want to add one final note before ending my presentation. I think that we did our best, and there are lots of room for improvement. But let's not make that as an excuse for us to stop developing this. Maybe there are more opportunities that we can further develop our product in the future.
Yes, but although there is a lot of room to improve, but I still think our objective was achieved, right? Because we created this to improve their speaking skill, but so it was achieved. Yeah, so that's all from us, I guess. Thank you.